Hey guys, Brian and Tina with Jonesin to Go.
And today we're here at the RV Supershow in Tampa, Florida.
Yep, today is Industry Day, so the show is technically not starting until tomorrow. But today we get to spend time with a lot of the factory reps and show you what's new for 2022. So stick around, we got a lot to show you. So like I said earlier, all day we're going to be focusing on some of the new products and the new things that have come out from Keystone RV. And behind us is an Arcadia fifth wheel. And we're with Jeff Frank, who is the product manager for Arcadia with Keystone RV. Jeff, this is brand new last year?
Yeah, we introduced this at the Tampa show last year.
Last year, that's what I thought. So this Arcadia was pretty much brand new from the ground up, all new innovation, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is kind of Keystone's new baby. So let's start off by talking about the frame. This is what they call the next generation frame,
right?
Which has a crawl space in it,
right?
So let's talk about that a little bit and what you gain in the Arcadia line from having that particular frame.
Yeah, so absolutely. Our entire team, from engineering to manufacturing, purchasing, design, sales, everybody was intimately involved in kind of starting from ground zero and wanting Arcadia to be something different than the rest of the industry. And one of the concepts our engineering group had was with the chassis, the crawl space chassis, and shoot, we could spend 30 minutes talking about the way that it's built and what the features are, but just at kind of at 40,000 feet in a nutshell, what we've done is we've changed the style of the chassis that has allowed us to create an additional compartment, if you will, in the chassis that we call the crawl space. The crawl space is insulated on three sides. We put a residential style heat duct in there. We put our water lines, our drain lines, a lot of our critical wiring components are in the crawl space. So it does a number of things. If the customer is a full-timer using it in colder weather, it's a complete game changer for cold weather usage, because now what you have is a residential style heat duct, which is really an unusual feature when you have a laminated floor. This thing delivers a lot of air, heat to your unit, and then when the furnace is on and all of that heat is in the crawl space, it's keeping your water lines heated, insulated, so that they're not going to freeze up. This whole area really gives us an additional heated chamber down there. So what we talk about with our chassis that's super cool is you've got 3 layers of insulation and 2 heated chambers in your floor that's going to allow this thing to perform in cold weather, unlike anything that's out there.
That's awesome. And another thing that I noticed when I watched the video from the engineers is one of the complaints that I've seen from people in the RV industry in general, as far as customers, is the bird's nest of wires. Mm-hmm. And they've kind of eliminated a lot of that with this crawl space chassis, because everything can be run in a real uniform, neat, tight.
Yeah, the bird's nest is a great way to describe it. But a lot of that is also created because when you're trying to put all of that wiring down into your basement area, you're routing it around cross members and holding tanks and slide arms and all of those things. And yeah, to trace all of this and to run it, it's difficult in manufacturing. So we've simplified that process by putting a lot of this stuff, literally just laying it out on the crawl space floor. So yeah, it's a game changer in that regard as well.
Absolutely. And obviously we can't show you guys the construction of this frame when the unit is completely built. I'm going to link the video from the engineering department at Keystone RV where they went over a completely naked frame and then onto a couple of different stations to show you guys how this was put together. So if what we're talking about with this crawl space frame interests you, definitely go take a look at that video, because the engineers over there at Keystone did an awesome job of explaining everything, and you can have a visual of what they're talking about. So another thing that I noticed about these Arcadias, this is considered a mid-profile fifth wheel, is it not?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you look at the front ends of these Arcadias, they kind of tilt towards the front at the top rather than the back. So I understand that was kind of a design feature to
very intentional. Very
increase space inside.
Yeah. So, like, you can see a good representation on that unit over there. That's a 3660. It's one of our bed slide floor plans. So the idea with the inverted cap was really twofold. One, when you go inside, you'll find that our front storage compartment has a ton of room in it. I mean, it's literally a walk-in type closet, unlike any other product in this category. But also what we accomplished with this is it allowed us to install a stackable washer dryer in the front wardrobe area, which again, in your mid-profile segment, it's very unlikely that you're going to have the ability to get a stackable washer dryer. So more and more of our customers are full-time or extended stay type customers. No different with the crawl space chassis, trying to accommodate their needs. The inverted cap allows you to get a stackable washer dryer in our bed slide floor plans as well.
Okay, so before we go in, we'll talk about one more structural thing, and that is the Hyperdeck laminated floor.
Yeah.
And I've seen it firsthand in the innovation lab at Keystone RV. We owned a Cougar in the past that didn't have it. It had the old laminated type floor, and the difference in the strength. And not only the strength, but there's no more worry about water intrusion with that as far as rotting wood and things like that. They've taken that away.
Yeah.
So I know there's probably a sample of that, and we'll try to show that. I can tell you that in the innovation lab, I'm sure you've seen it, where they've got that big 8-foot by 8-foot square of that Hyperdeck, and there's no center of supports under that. I'm a 200-plus pound guy. I walked across that with
I'm
no
198
flex.
plus.
I walked across that. The engineers said, nope, it won't flex. And, you know, when they saw the skepticism in my eyes, he said, really, you can jump up there? And I said, you think I won't? And I did. And I tell you what, I was impressed.
Yeah.
It didn't move.
And so all of the strength thing, absolutely, you're spot on. The way that this is designed and built improved the strength considerably. To me, where I get super excited as a guy who's done this for a long time, in this segment, a lot of people are doing aluminum frame laminated floors. The benefits are lightweight, and the aluminum is not going to rot and deteriorate like wood. So everybody gets that. Where Hyperdeck is a game changer is we've eliminated all of the wood substrate on the top and the bottom and replaced it with composite materials that are 100% waterproof. So these additional layers are all one piece, and super strong. To your point, where I get excited is everything in it now is 100% waterproof. It's going
That's
to
huge in the RV industry.
It's going to last a long time, and if you ever do get some sort of unfortunate leak inside your unit, you don't have to worry about your floor rotting out, which is a huge warranty issue. 4, 5, 6 years on down the road. If you are starting to do a repair on a laminated floor, it's super costly. Hyperdeck, taking out the wood, is 100% water resistant.
And let's not forget what the owners are going to do to the thing. I mean, they may forget to open up the drain for the gray water.
Stuff happens, right?
It does. Things happen, and you know those are the risks that you take.
Also, I know that you were going to link to that crawl space chassis. Our marketing department, Christy and her group, is just killing it. She just recently created a brand new Hyperdeck video that you'll find on our website and YouTube page that goes into a lot of detail on Hyperdeck. It might be a worthwhile link as well.
And as I mentioned in other videos, in our prior video where we just did of the new My Keystone app for your mobile apps, or your mobile apps for your phones, I'm sure they're going to include that video in that as well, because they're adding to that library all the time.
Absolutely.
So again, if you haven't downloaded that My Keystone app, go do that. If you can go to our video, and again, that's why it's important to subscribe to the channel so you can get all those videos. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so that you're going to get notified as all this new stuff comes out. We're going to be here as ambassadors for Keystone to get those videos out to you guys and introduce you to those new products. So again, My Keystone app, all that information should be there. If they haven't added it yet, they probably soon will.
Right.
So let's move inside this thing.
Before we do that, can I talk a couple more construction things that are really unique and innovative?
Absolutely.
Because I'm kind of a nuts and bolts nerdy guy, so whenever I get the chance to talk about some of this, I get super excited. To me, what we're going to talk about here is critical, because the last thing that a customer wants to do is be broken down on the side of the highway.
Exactly.
I mean, that's one of the worst things that can happen to you, right? So after doing this for 30 years, I know sometimes that happens. So that's why I get really excited about our Curt performance package. Everything in our axles and suspensions is upgraded, and a lot of the components are brand new to the industry. If there's anything that our customers can take away from the Curt Performance Package, is that everything on our axles and suspension has a 6-year warranty on it. 6-year, 100% replacement for manufacturer defects. That's the big takeaway. The details are you're getting an upgraded axle hub, you're getting upgraded axle tubes, you're getting forward self-adjusting brakes so you don't have to screw around with taking it back to the dealership for brake adjustments. You're getting things like greasable wet bolts, 1/2-inch axle links, metal sleeves on your bushings. The rubberized equalization suspension is upgraded. All of your tires and wheels have a 6-year warranty on them. If there is adequate tread left and you have a blowout from a manufacturing defect for 6 years, it's 100% replacement. It's not prorated. There's a 1-year, what we call no questions asked warranty. And what that means is if the customer is driving down the road in the first year of ownership, you run over a screw, a nail, a pothole, a curb, overinflated, underinflated, run over an alligator. We don't care. If you get a blowout in the first year of ownership, it's 100% replacement. There's a 2-year, 24-hour roadside assistance program. So if you have a blowout in 2 years, call the 800 number. They'll come out and change the tire for you. Tires are all filled with nitrogen. So everything that's going on down here gives the customer tremendous peace of mind, and to me it's again a significant feature because very few products in this class are doing anything like that.
No, I've never heard of that before. And if you
it's all brand new.
If you don't wear something out in 6 years on this, you're not using your RV enough, in my opinion.
Another thing that I wanted to show you from Curt that is again innovative to our product, new to the industry, that really innovation is only good if it improves the customer experience and performance. Obviously that does, the crawl space does. Our new hitch pin from Curt does the same thing. So the Curt ARV hitch pin has a couple of unique features on it. One of the features has been around the industry for a while. It's a pivoting head. There's a rubber block up here, and what this pivoting head is designed to do is reduce the impact of chucking as you're going down the road. What's unique though is the new ARV technology that this hitch pin has. And it's probably a little bit hard to see it, but you can see in this gap here that on either side, there's a little gap there. So inside there are 5 rubber grommets on each side. So there's a total of 10 rubber grommets where the bolts are going through. And those rubber grommets are designed to reduce the impact of vibration. So they estimate that vibration is going to be reduced by about 50%. Hauling your RV for 10, 12,000 miles, I'm telling you, there's a lot of vibration that's getting transferred to your chassis. Right. All of those things over time are going to cause stress cracks on your frame, stress cracks on your cap, your walls, and all of those things. Right. So reducing the vibration is a significant upgrade.
That's nice to see that they're doing that in a coach at this level as well. It's very similar to our road armor system we have on our Montana. And I can tell you, our Montana goes down the road so smooth that sometimes you forget it's back there.
Yeah, it's great that you just kind of confirmed our sales pitch. What we're doing on this product really is equal or even exceeds in many instances kind of your higher end products in our industry. In this segment, a lot of times you're just getting a standard hitch pin. You're just getting standard suspension. So we're giving you upgrades that are on par with some of the nicest units in the industry.
Yeah, that's nice to see. I did not expect these kind of features in a fifth wheel in this class.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's take a look on the inside.
Yeah, as we're walking in, just a couple of niceties that we have on the unit. You know, pretty much everybody has swing out steps nowadays. What I like about ours is all of ours are aluminum, so they're real lightweight. It's a 4-step design rather than 3. Obviously with 4 steps, the first step's going to be lower to the ground. Each of the steps is going to be closer together. We added this extra section up at the top, so your top step is 13 inches deep. Just makes it easier to get in and out. Couple of little features here. We put the guardrails on the side so you don't slip off. But to me, if you're an experienced customer who's had these, this spring-loaded pin to adjust the feet is significant. Don't have to pull the pin out and try to put it back in. That thing is really difficult. So the spring-loaded adjustment pin is a nice feature. One of the first things that people will notice with our product is the white cabinets.
Opens it right up.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Beautiful in here.
So our design team did a fantastic job of really incorporating sort of today's trends. If you get on Instagram or HGTV or pay attention to new construction, probably even a lot of your own YouTube videos, I mean, new construction is primarily white.
Yep.
But when you go into an RV, I think a lot of RV designs start to get sort of sterile, hospital-like. Our design team did a great job of giving us a white interior that's beautiful, opens up the unit, but then at the same time doing accents like butcher block and our natural maple, putting a lot of color into the unit with the Roman shades, accenting with the black dinette table, so it doesn't feel super sterile like a lot of the other products out there. 99% of the people who walk in just love the look and kind of a difference maker for the unit compared to a lot of our competitors.
Well, you know, being ambassadors for the Montana line, we haven't spent much time looking at the Arcadia, but we hear the buzz about it. People are talking about this, and we said this year, if we're going to talk about just the new stuff coming out for Keystone, this is on the list. We have to show people the Arcadia because there's such a buzz.
This is our brand new 3940 Bunkhouse. So this is sort of the old put 40 pounds into a 20 pound bag type floor plan. With your loft back here, and sorry it's kind of messy, like I said, we haven't had a chance to get everything ready to go, but you've got a full-size bed in the back, you got a loft above, we've got a half bath back there, outdoor kitchen. So on this 39 footer, a lot of the real estate has been committed to back here. This is obviously a little bit of a smaller area as opposed to our 3660 or our traditional couples coaches, but feature-wise, you're getting a lot of the same type of features. So on our 3/4 tons, we're standard with a 12 cubic foot refrigerator, much larger RV gas electric refrigerator. A couple things going on here, a 30-inch OTR, pretty common in our industry on higher end units. One of the things that I like about what we've done is we've lowered it 7 inches. So with that extra space, we put a wine rack up there. Now personally, I'm a vodka guy, and some of those bottles will go up there. But yeah, just again, trying to utilize space, making it more livable for our customers. As you go through the unit, we're working really hard to either create storage space or utilize the space that's already there, and that's really a great example. Another example is our pull-out spice rack, and you'll need to come over there from the other side. So trying to utilize this little bitty space here for spices and things like that. Lots of drawers. There's 5 drawers there. There's 2 drawers there. There's 2 drawers here. There's 2 drawers there. Again, trying to utilize space. On this particular floor plan, you can never have enough storage. So we've given you this giant storage area up here with all of these storage doors. Big giant TV over there. The flush mount fireplace is got a 5100 BTU heating element in it. So we talked about how the crawl Space kind of changed the game for 4-season usability. 35,000 BTU furnace, 5,000 BTU heating element. We're giving you over 40,000 BTUs of heat in every unit. So again, for people who are using it in colder weather, there's a lot of features here that are upgraded or our competition doesn't even have.
Okay, one question about the refrigerator.
Yeah.
As a Montana owner, now Montana comes standard with a residential refrigerator, but you have to option in the gas, electric, or the RV refrigerator. Is RV refrigerator standard in the Arcadia?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently. And as probably most everybody in our industry knows, everything is in tight supply.
Absolutely.
We would like to be offering different types of refrigerators. Supply-wise, it's difficult right now. We're in the process of prototyping 12-volt refrigerators, which is going to go hand in hand with our solar package.
Absolutely.
And later this year, we anticipate offering 12-volt refrigerators.
This particular floor plan, when we saw this today, is the one we chose to show you guys because we've already talked about the Hyperdeck flooring being waterproof and the construction of this. I can see where this would definitely hold up to a family with kids.
Oh,
and it's going to take the beating and just keep on going.
Yeah.
So I think that as far as the new product, you guys hit it out of the park here.
Yeah, we're really excited about this floor plan. I mean, last year at the Tampa show, we introduced the 3660 and the 370 and the 3250s, and they're all kind of couples-oriented coaches. And it was all that we could do to just build those 3 floor plans all last year and to keep them in stock. And so a lot of people have been waiting for the introduction of our bunkhouses. So we're pretty excited.
You're seeing the demand already?
Oh, no. Huge demand.
I can see it.
A couple other things here to talk about. Really love our island design. Lots of countertop. There you go. So, again, from a design standpoint, people think that the butcher black sink cover is really cool. Obviously, it functions as a sink cover. It's very versatile. When you open this up, farmhouse style kitchen sink, very deep bowl, stainless steel construction. A lot of people will use this as a serving tray. So you take it down, take your stuff, condiments, cheeses, whatever, put it on here. Now you can haul it out to the picnic table, so it doubles as a serving tray for you.
Charcuterie board.
There you go.
You know,
I tried to use that word, but I always stumble over it. So the cheese is a neat thing, you know.
Right. You know, I typically end up doing the cooking when we're out camping or we're spending time in our RV. I could see where I would use that. Cutting stuff up, I would take it right outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you just added more counter space,
right,
you know, if you're prepping inside, too.
So this is what we call a workstation. The reality is we designed it to be a workstation. You can slide a chair into there. There's 110 and USB, but we recognize that you can never have enough storage. So whether you use it as a workstation, a place to do crafts, you might use it as a serving hutch. You might just put your phone there and charge it. Again, more counter space and all of that's what we're trying to go. There's 2 little brackets underneath here. Just flip the black brackets. It folds down that simple, and it folds up that simple. When you look at our slide out, one of the things that you'll notice is that there's no carpet in our slide outs, only linoleum. As you look at the entire unit, we've gotten rid of carpet. Yep. So no carpet on your steps. You go up into the bedroom, there's no carpet. Slide rooms are really tall, again, a mid-profile type product. So tall slide rooms, wide slide rooms. I'm a tall guy, so I like the fact that you've got the additional height in there. It's what we call max slide.
One thing that I do want to point out that I've noticed, like in our Montana, it doesn't have the next generation frame. So throughout the coach here and there, you'll see boxes covered with carpet where they had to cover something up because they had no other way to route it to get it, so then they had to cover it. You don't see that in an Arcadia.
Right.
Because everything runs so smooth and they can take it from one side of the coach to the other. And again, if you look at that video that the engineers did at Keystone, they'll show you that. I just think that was an awesome thing to do because now you're not wasting any space at all in this thing.
Right.
So
you had mentioned the Hyperdeck floor earlier, so there's a sample of it. Again, that in a lot of ways is similar to what our competitors are doing with a laminated floor, but the big difference is the top and the bottom layers. So this layer here and these 2 layers here, we've eliminated the wood substrate. Some people call it Lawan in our industry. Right. That's the area that can be subject to deterioration from water and wear and things like that. So all of this is 100% moisture resistant.
And it's stronger, and I can attest to that because I walked across that thing and I tried to flex it, and it didn't flex. Yeah. So I'm pretty impressed with that as well. So
I mean, when you walk around on any of our units, you can feel the difference on the floor. It's rock solid foundation. You don't get a lot of the bouncing and movement and humping that you do in our competitors' units. You can feel the difference.
You know, so many times on social media when you hear somebody complaining about something in their RV, a lot of times it's a soft floor or they got a leak and the wood rotted. Keystone's taking that away. No more of that.
Yeah, and the reality is that typically isn't going to happen for a couple of years if it does happen. Right. You're in your 5 or 6 of ownership where there's no warranty protection, and all of a sudden you have a $10,000 repair, and insurance isn't going to pay for that. So the peace of mind and long-term durability of Hyperdeck is huge.
I can see where that probably will get expanded across the board with the other brands.
Yeah, now Hyperdeck is not something that's exclusive to Arcadia. There's a handful of Keystone brands that do use it.
Yep, and I can see that going. So So you want to finish up upstairs and show them the bedroom, and if there's anything else that we can think of that we need to let you guys know while Tina's showing you the bedroom and the... Did you look at the bunkhouse?
I'm gonna do a complete walkthrough.
Okay, so we're gonna let her walk through and just show you the bunkhouse and the front bedroom and the bathroom, and Jeff and I will think about anything else that might be important to let you know.
Bedroom with this floor plan, again, there's a couple things that are sort of unique with it. First of all of our bedding is actually branded with Serta, so it's an upgraded style bedding. It's a memory foam mattress. All of our bed sizes are actually residential sizes. So on this floor plan, we're utilizing a 60 by 80 queen. On our bed slide floor plans, we use a 72 by 84 California king. The extra length is nice. I'm a tall guy, so I like that. Customers frequently tell me, though, having a residential size, they can find sheets for it and get it online. One of the biggest complaints that you hear from RV customers is they can't find sheets for my bed, and I totally get it. So using residential bedding is a nice feature. Lots of storage in here. There's also two hidden drawers underneath the bed. There's some additional storage once you lift up the bed. Storage up here, cabinet doors are on struts, outlets on each side, USBs over on the left.
There's a lot of storage in this bedroom.
Yeah, so one of the things, and you're kind of getting the benefit of it right now, on a lot of our competitors who have a north-south bed with a wardrobe slide like this, typically down here is a real compromise. Maybe you've got 12 or 14 inches as you're trying to walk through here. You know, the bed's hitting you and the wall's hitting you. With our upper deck design, is what we call Space Saver, we're able to extend the bed up into the upper deck, give you a lot more walk around space here. So we're giving you 21 inches of space here at the foot of the bed. Just makes it way more comfortable and livable. Trying to utilize the closets there and get to the storage, it's nice to have the extra space.
Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up for this. What was this floor plan again? The 3940 fifth wheel from Arcadia. How many floor plans do they currently have in the Arcadia line right now?
We have 5 floor plans right now.
How many of those are travel trailers or fifth wheels?
Just one travel trailer.
One travel trailer, and the rest are fifth wheels. So if you guys are interested in the new Arcadia line, you can either go to KeystoneRV.com or you can download that My Keystone app on your phone or your mobile device, and all of those floor plans are there. The nice thing about if you go to the Keystone website or the app, there's also a 360 view. You can actually walk through the RVs on Keystone's website. So Jeff, thanks for spending time with us today. And like I said, we were pretty excited to see this, and you know, anybody who has a family, I think this is something that's definitely going to hold up for us.
Yeah,
so
thank you. We're excited.
You guys knocked this one out of the park. So, okay, guys, we got a lot to see today, so we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys on the next video and show you some of the new stuff from Keystone RV.